Oh,
Hello.
my 8.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Greetings and salutations.
It's pilgrimage time.
Who's your favorite member of Aether Pilgrims? Mine is Pilgrims.
I like Aether more.
Mine is
Ooh, my AC went up. I'm at 15. And that's probably where I'm going to stay forever.
Forever, ever, 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 ever.
ever.
Nah.
Ever.
If my
Mine went
wisdom
up
goes
and
up
then
again.
down.
No, I might go up to 16 in like a year.
Oh
We hit
my
level
god.
8, maybe, if I decide to max wisdom.
I got better armor, but I'm probably not going to use the shield as much anymore. So my AC actually went down one. I'll still have the shield in case, but
My favorite member of Aether Pilgrims is Borbao, the gate guard.
I'll say one thing about the Forge character sheet is that you can change your armor class to calculation to be whatever.
Yeah.
And so I just picked unarmored defense monk, which is the same thing I'm using, and it just does it on its own. Whereas in D&D Beyond, I have to update it every time my wisdom changes.
I cannot decide if it's funnier to be impractical or not, because Douglas' hat is so big that it completely covers the chat box, so the bottom message is covered.
Well,
you need to make the hat bigger, actually. It's not big enough.
It's not big enough, could be big.
Yeah, it can always be bigger. Bigger the hat, the better.
I think I'm going to leave it like that just because it's really funny. And, sorry bottom chat person. Which in this case is me.
You should, Douglas should get like a wizard hat that's like blue, and it has like a bunch of stars, like yellow stars painted on it. That'd be cool.
Nah, you've got to get a
wizard
hat.
hat is blue.
Yeah,
You have to get a hat that you can put other hats into, and it transforms into those hats.
True!
The
We can even call it the hat of hats. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or for you, if you got it, it could be Hat's hat of hats.
Oh.
The Lord of Hats hat of hats.
Alright, I'll be starting the recap in 5, 4, 3, 2. Luskalians, welcome back to Henklia. Where we left our torchbearers, they were running to the aid of the Apersalian rebels, led by a gnoll named Boss, after finding out they had set off alone to deal with the manticores that sprang up around town. After initial investigation, finding some of the boss's crew had perished, Gruul finished her scouting and had the rest of the party move up for a battle. Zephyr tended to the wounded, while the 3 remaining held off the manticores, eventually aided by the boss himself, who even in his wounded state was able to contribute to the battle. Eventually, after a few choice stone tosses from Gruul and powerful spells from Dougal, Oven dealt the final blow. The surviving rebels thanked our torchbearers before leaving. Gruul picked up a large quantity of Kliss crystals in the process. Meeting back in Aethersalia, Dougal finished the ritual to attune himself to the Aether crystal as the torchbearers spent some time in town. Oven flourished with attention as Dougal awkwardly responded to the boss's earnest and heartfelt praise. Finally, returning, having completed their trial mission, our torchbearers met with the Mayor Lamshin, who explained their missions were more involved than they first appeared. First, the statue they'd spoken with was depicting a man named Leafless, who is said to be the son of the god Shell Maris, who used some sort of magic to be forgotten by everyone. The head of Mistveil Polymagic Academy, Archmage von Bancroft, was able to remember Leafless to an extent and had been investigating him, using the town ceremony as a way to see if anyone could get the statue to react. Second, their mission was something that was requested by the Queen of Hinklear herself. With the stakes of their mission suddenly being shifted up, as Dougal retreated into our hat, our torchbearers set off on their journey in earnest, unsure when exactly they would return. All right, and we are live. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Howdy.
Incredible greeting. Everyone, let's do introduction. Introductions are incredible. We're all good at introductions by now. We've done at least dozens. Well, at most dozens. We haven't done dozens.
Done like 3. At least 3.
Speak for yourself. When I'm not on screen, I am doing introductions non-stop. I am a well-oiled introduction machine. Unlike Dougal, who struggles to introduce himself because he has no confidence in himself or his abilities whatsoever. He is a wizard who, even before they found out that they had caught the attention of a demigod, had a bad feeling about his abilities to cope with the trip. Finding out that the stakes have just risen even higher than he was originally told, he is having a low-key panic attack, and will be for the foreseeable future. Hooray! Everyone cheer for Dougal.
Yeah.
Yay!
Feels good, man.
That was the best transition into the introduction I've ever heard in Aether Pilgrims.
It's like, oh, is he going to do a bit where he just rambles forever and doesn't actually do the intro? But no, he did the intro.
All right.
I am Blix. I am playing Zephyr, the Air Genasi Tempest Domain Cleric. He's an old, wise man.
Very wise.
Incredible.
Very old. Very hermit.
Yes, he was a hermit for like 50 years.
We're never going to do the correct order, are we?
It's
What's
just
that,
not
Matt?
going to happen.
Matt
What
says he
correct
wants to
order?
go.
Freeform, man. Fast and loose.
Nice.
All right, I'm playing Oven Stonecrusher. He's a very large Minotaur, Ruined Knight. He is very confident. He's a bit of a face of the party, and he's actually super psyched to continue because fighting the Manticores was invigorating and extremely exciting to him. He's kind of relishing in the fame a bit as well.
I wish I was famous. All right, Jazz, you're up.
Hey, it's up. I'm Jazz. I'm playing Gruul. Gruul is a rogue/druid multi-class. Gruul sort of grew up in the wild. She was raised by like a sleeker pride. And she's now with the party, the Aether Pilgrims party, and she's excited to continue the adventure.
Nice. I love adventures as well, so I can relate.
Adventure ho!
As always, I'm Pog, and I play everyone else. So, for the players here, there's a mechanic that you were probably really looking forward to discussing, and now is our chance. Let's head over to the world map here, as we are about to, for the first time, do an actual travel. Sort of. We're still in the tutorial phase here, so as we're traveling on a completely safe road, there's not really going to be a lot of danger here. The goal, as was directed, was to head to the town of Serial. So I'll just briefly go over what this would normally entail, but bear in mind that this is actually completely safe. Anyway, the town of Serial is 6 days away, as we can see by this ruler that I've drawn. Our guide would first select a path. So, who is our guide here of the 4?
I believe we agreed that was Dougal.
Right, so Dougal would say, we are heading to this plan. The goal of this system is to essentially abstract a lot of the travel mechanics to avoid essentially tracking every individual thing. How much water do we have? And instead handle these by rolls, which we then use to sort of dynamically represent what's going on. Because this is a completely safe road, however, as this is probably the most traffic road in the entire country, And we also just happen to have taken out the monsters on the way. Surely nothing will happen.
Yeah, it'll be perfectly fine.
Hooray.
Hurrah.
From there are 3 additional roles in traveling. The roles are as follows. Of course, we have our guide, then we have our hunter/gatherer. Sound off hunter-gatherer.
That may end up just being me just by virtue of I can't do anything else. Probably.
The hunter-gatherer is in charge of finding food. Zephyr,
Good luck to you.
you are the lookout,
Yes.
which is our next role. The lookout's job is to essentially watch over the party at all times. When things go really wrong, when things go bad, the lookout is the one that deals with it. Finally, there's the scout. As you travel, you may see things up ahead. The scout's job is to go in advance of the party and find potentially better routes. The scout has the highest variety of what can happen, as they are finding a potentially better route, or perhaps leading the party into an ambush. But as a whole, the group travels together on a cart. This will take 6 days. Because you know it will take 6 days, you are able to prepare for 6 days of travel. I find that counting rations is not the most interesting gameplay, so we've again abstracted it as part of the system. Then,
It isn't. Oh.
every day of travel, you will roll based off an encounter table, which is a list of possible things that could happen. In this case, there's only one possible thing that could happen, aside from special hexes, like for instance, Abrasalia. Abrasalia, we know what's there, so we don't need to roll on an encounter table to say the town of Abrasalia is where the town of Abrasalia is.
Gotcha.
Unless something happens. Who knows? So who would like to roll on this 1d1 table?
1d1.
I'll roll.
I'm just kidding.
1.
Alright. On your first day of travel, as you start approaching the Chris Crick Canyon, you take a look back on the town of Mistfell that you are leaving. It's your second time heading out to Abrasalia, but this time there's a sense of finality to all of it. There's a very clear sky. It's a warm spring day. Things are comfortable.
Just keep an eye out for any vengeful demigods, guys. That's.
I'll keep my eye out. As the lookout.
Don't worry, we can handle him.
No, we can't.
Why not?
It's a demigod.
Have you ever tried?
No, I haven't ever tried to kill a demigod.
Well, maybe you should. It could do exciting.
I don't think it's something we need to worry about right now.
You should be ready for everything.
Mm-hmm.
We specifically caught his attention, and he tried to make everyone forget him, and he knows that we know about him, and he's just gonna pop up and wipe us off the face of the planet.
What if he's a friend? He didn't seem that hostile.
It's not gonna work that well. I'm just gonna focus on making sure I don't turn us off of the road, because I'm not focused. Ugh.
Don't worry, the horses know where they're going. They know how to follow a road.
Animal handling, who has proficiency? Or nature, either or.
I have proficiency in both.
Oh yeah, you're the one driving, not Hats.
Hats, you want to drive though? You can drive if you want.
Oh God,
Nature
no.
and animal handling people. You know that this cart is being pulled by rams and not horses.
Oh well, it's okay. Oven's got 8 intelligence. He doesn't know the difference.
I'm pretty sure he does.
Sure, but he gets his words mixed up sometimes.
As you start approaching the bridge on Chris Creek Canyon, as you did before, you have to slow down to a near complete stop because this bridge is so narrow that it's very difficult to pull your cart over it. However, as you're slowing down, you notice something. There's a group of people that appear to be trying to cross the bridge as well, but they're heavily armed.
Ooh. Do we recognize them at all?
You do not. And just
Do they
checking
have
one
any
thing.
identifiable flags or anything?
They all appear to be wearing not matching uniforms, but they are all wearing like an armband. The armband is green and has some gold highlights on it. It looks pretty fancy. Let me go ahead and switch this over to directed camera. Can see everything.
Damn.
Oh, there's a guy down there too. What?
There is also, as you look down, what appears to be a Chris Crick, who is kind of sitting by this cave. There wasn't a fire there before, but the cave was there.
Oh, so he's just chill. Does he actually have an axe in his hand?
He does not actually have an axe in his hand. That is just the token. I'm afraid I didn't have a sans axe version.
That's fine. Okay.
You see the three are like moving towards him sort of casually. Then they notice you as you approach and slow the rams down. The three of them, you see that there is a very tall looking orc who has 2 swords. There is a goblin mage behind them who has a ridiculous ponytail. And then finally there is a bugbear with this elaborate, extremely ugly looking armor. It is clearly not armor that is part of a set. It's just sort of like random bits of armor that have been added together haphazardly to form a very gross looking half plate. It's
Piecemeal armor.
piecemeal, but it's the worst looking piecemeal you've ever seen.
Piecemeal.
Are we on the or like piecemeal armor, like different pieces?
Yeah.
Are we on the cart right now, or in front of it, like the tokens suggest?
At this point, you can be on the cart if you want. It's just the cart is partially off screen for the reason being that the cart doesn't actually fit properly.
These 3 look like they're going towards the Chris Crick, though, right?
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay.
I mean, how far down is the Chris? Because
The Chris Crick is lower down.
Oof.
Ooh, it's almost a 19.
You're watching them, and they have particularly good discipline from the way that you're looking at them. Like, the way that they're moving, they have kind of their eyes on each other. They look trained, at the very least. Whether or not they're going for the Chris Crick, you can't tell, but you can tell that they're carrying themselves with a professional or the one with 2
hello,
swords
strangers.
steps forward. Hey, hi, how's it going?
The road's pretty narrow, and we need to get our cart across.
Yep. We need to talk to that guy down there. So,
Why are you talking to them?
something that our boss wants.
Who's boss?
Boss? Yeah, I could see how you'd say boss, given, Rosalia. No, I have nothing to do with him. My name's Caramel. York just kind of waved.
Hello.
Hi.
I hope you know that the Chris Crick are under the protection of Mistfell, right?
You seem to be convinced that I'm about to do some harm.
You are heavily armored for just talking to
Well, it's a scary world out there. You ever notice that this bridge looks like it's gonna collapse at any second?
And you're on bridge.
I didn't notice, but now that I have, I'm feeling really nervous about bringing the cart across.
Yeah, it's in a state of wanton disrepair. But that's neither here nor there.
Can I roll an insight pug? Is that like a veiled threat?
Go ahead.
I feel like that is.
I'd be very impressed if you could take this thing down in any amount of time.
This guy is just flippant. Like, you notice as you're listening to it, like, the way he sounds, like, satisfied with himself. He was just trying to make a rhyme.
Okay. Okay. Alright, those were intentional rhymes. Okay.
So, well, it sounds like you guys are with, like, Mistfell? Am I correct? I want to, like, put something out there. That's cool.
Yes.
Me and my associates kind of work together as part of an ad hoc paramilitary mercenary outfit, I guess is one way of putting it. We operate entirely within the law, though, I'll have you know. However, we do have business with that guy down there. And you see, like, he points to the Chris Crick, and the Chris Crick looks, like, notably both angry and frightened.
Gruel's gonna, like, move down to here. Dang, I don't have Chris Crick as a language. But, they're gonna, like, look... They're gonna, like, put their hands on the railing and look over. Chris Crick, do you know them?
Green ones. Danger. Bad intention. Green.
Oh no.
Now, that right there is... that is a libelous statement. We have not done anything, and our intentions are, in fact, more pure than you could possibly imagine, so...
Sorry, I hate to say it's gonna roll insight again.
What are your intentions, then? What exactly do you hope to do?
This guy is simultaneously full of shit, but also partially telling the truth.
That's an interesting blend.
It's like, there's a part of it that's true, and then there's a part of it that's just him, like, making it up. You get the sense, like, from the way that he talks about it, that he probably has a good reason for what he's doing. He's confident, at least.
Well, continue on. You can go talk to him. Don't mind us.
No, we listen to meeting. You talk to Chris Crick while we're there.
Now, I'm afraid we can't do that, because what we're doing is actually quite confidential, you see. And
You bring three armored men against one Chris Crick unarmored. Not fair.
well,
We listen.
the Chris Crick have armor, it's built into their body, but you got us there. We do look like we're shaking them down, don't we? Allow me to introduce my friends. My name is Caramel, as I've mentioned. The other two are Frosting and Chocolate.
The food group.
You know, I've never heard of anyone
race
with
are
those
these
kind of
people?
names.
Caramel's an orc, Frosting is a goblin, and Chocolate is a bugbear.
Frosting's the
Frosting is the
Caramel's
mate. Caramel's the guy with the
Okay, yeah.
swords, and Chocolate is the armored one.
Cool.
We are part of an outfit called the Viridian Knights. Have you heard of us?
Have we heard of them?
Is there any
I
knowledge?
have not.
Go ahead
we
and
can
make a
roll.
history check.
Anyone got history?
Do we have to be proficient?
You would not.
Dougal would know.
You're in
Oh, we don't
Mistral, you would know. You would have a possibility of knowing, rather. The DC is high, however. But Dougal,
Dougal,
All right.
our boy Doug.
Dougal, you remember the Viridian Knights as they were. They were kicked out of Mistfell a while ago, though you don't know exactly what they did. They didn't commit any crimes, per se. The watch just didn't take to them, or something. But there was a group of people calling themselves the Viridian Knights, poking their head around, asking a bunch of people, including your beloved teachers in Mistfell Polymagic, some questions, specifically about the Kriskrik. They were headed by a guy by the name of Professor Salcro.
Oh!
Oh.
But you don't know anything else other than those things.
Everything we know about Professor Salcro other than that is out of character knowledge then?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Well, it seems like this Kriskrik doesn't want to parlay with you.
Well, have you
Would you
considered
meet with them again?
that this Kriskrik has actually scammed us out of quite a bit?
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about it.
He is lying. Do not listen.
look, I'm.
You could just
I
take it
know
up with
that-
Mistfell.
You guys like talking about Kriskrik for I don't know why. I assume it's some kind of investigation thing, but like I'm sure you could find a different Kriskrik who'd want to talk to you.
Well,
even
this
if
one made us
doesn't
a
really.
deal. And we were... Most of the Kriskrik don't want to talk to us, you see. This one said we could do any research that we wanted, as long as we paid for his family's fare. So we did. We covered everything that they needed and got them on the first ship to the Asian Empire. Set them up with 500 gold pieces each. Now this one's got cold feet and doesn't want to.
What research are you doing?
The most important research of all. The kind that we don't get to know about. Honestly, we just do the work.
Would you be willing to go back to your boss saying that people gave you trouble with going to meet him and that you weren't able to?
That's a no. You don't know our boss.
Does well, I'm surprised to see you guys so close to Mistfell after, getting kicked out.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. What was with that? Anyways, I'm sure it was nothing, but he's just weird,
You're familiar with what our boss's boss's boss has done. The big man, the professor. You know? You sound like you know.
Professor Selkrow?
You know! Do you know
Uh,
what his research is by any chance?
Oh no, I was not a great student.
No, it's fine.
His stuff was probably way above what I'd ever be asked to be like an assistant on or
Yep.
something.
Yep. It's higher than even the gods themselves. And
Did Zalko ever make his own spell?
several. Well, that's beside the point.
Wow, Dougal.
They are censoring everything about what we're trying to do, and I, for one, am appalled. But I'll let you in on a little secret. And he points his sword towards the Kriskrik. Why you should listen to us when we say that we have business with this guy, and it's in everyone else's best interest. You see the guy in armor goes, Caramel, should we really... Oh no, that's fine, these guys look nice. Right, you guys have hearts of gold.
What is research? Maybe research was not what Chris Crick thought it was.
It doesn't matter what
Actually-
he thought he was. Let me explain what our goal is, and you will understand. First, do you know what the Kriskrik are?
People.
They are that race.
That's correct. But, do you know what they are?
Oh, are they... I don't know. Are they soulborn, clayborn, lightborn?
They are
I'm not sure.
lightborn. But they're unique, aren't they? This curse
They're
crick.
very recent Lightborn, yeah.
And they look nothing like you.
Is that a problem?
No, it's not. Just that every other Lightborn was created by the goddess Theseus. But here is a race of Lightborn.
Maybe the god decided to come back and try a new project?
That's not the case. The fact of the matter is, it is possible to create Aether souls. It must be. I mean, the Chris Crick exists, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that is kind of...
And if that's the
Maybe.
case, then it's possible to mold any body that you want and put an Aether soul into it. After all, the Chris Crick exists, right?
Well... Yes, but
Why
that's
should we
starting
be
to-
shackled with bodies that have been constructed for us by the gods when we can make our own?
This is getting very out there very quickly.
I am
know
scared.
How possible this is.
I'm scared about what this means about research. What research are you doing with Chris Crick?
Could you ask the Chris Crick what it is that got him spooked?
As soon as you say it, he points his claw, like the claw arm towards... These green! Dangerous! Boss! I've heard of what they did in the tower.
What tower?
The tower in the Starcraft Temple.
Oh, Gruel. That was the thing you mentioned, right? And the where the jester was headed.
No.
Yes.
No.
Starcrest. Temple.
Starcrest Temple. First of all, you have... This guy has been on and on about this, and to be honest, I think these libelous accusations have got to stop. Look, this guy's making things up in order to get out of a deal that he willingly made with us.
If you
Well,
if you
the
don't
thing
tell
is,
us what
you by
research
your
is-
own
Wait,
by
sorry.
your own admission, you don't know what the research is.
Well, that's correct.
So how can you say that he's wrong?
Well, because we didn't do anything in Starcrest Temple.
He seems to think you did.
Well, this
Seems pretty spooked about it.
this guy is a liar who's trying to get out of settling his debts. Have you never talked to a gambler before? They always do this.
Oh shit! What did Open get up there? Oh,
What does that smell like?
That's
Open,
horrible.
Can I?
Careful, the bridge is, not the greatest.
The bridge
I can
is
tell this
fine,
bridge is fine.
but it's holding.
Can I insight the Chris Crick?
Go ahead.
What does this guy smell like?
This guy has not bathed in a while.
23.
23. The Chris Crick is, like, emboldened by you guys. You've seen this a few times before. The last time you've actually seen this was in the Manticores when Dougal inspired the boss to stand up again. This guy feels like he has someone on his side.
Hey, Dougal, I don't like how this guy smells.
But he doesn't seem to be lying.
No.
He seems to really be scared about this. All right.
Agreement doesn't make sense if they don't know what research is. Not fair agreement.
The research, as we said, was going to be confidential. This guy agreed, no questions asked, that he would be a research subject, provided that we do not kill him, which is something that we agree and will not be doing.
You should take
Some
this up with
things can be
Misfell,
worse
not
than
shake
death.
him down.
We're not shaking him down intentionally. We originally came, well, just me. I was originally the guy that came to get them, and he fought me off to an extent with some of his friends. So I paid off his friends and brought my friends. He's reneging on his deal. I'm just trying to collect what is owed. We
What
paid...
did you do with his family?
The family
They're-
has an all-express paid ticket to the Asian Empire, as we agreed.
Where are they?
As long as
On,
the Haitian Empire.
on a boat to the Asian Empire.
Are they actually okay?
Uh,
Or did you just sell them into slavery or something?
go ahead and make an insight check here, Owen.
Alright. Let's... Uh-oh. Well,
You cannot tell anything because this guy constantly has like a smile on his face. What? Why would you even say something so horrible about someone that you've just met? You have no indication that we've done anything wrong here. You've just decided that this guy is in the right because we happen to have weapons. Do you know why we have weapons? Because there are fucking manticores that have been spotted in the area.
Maybe.
We've already taken care of that.
Oh, is that
that
the
was
case?
well over a week ago, and you should know that by now that they've been taken care of.
Why should I
And
know?
I can clearly tell by your smell that you have not bathed in a very long time, and therefore are not cultured people.
Hey, that's chocolate. And I'll have you know, I tell chocolate to bathe all the time. I do not. Only after I kill do I bathe.
Until we know what research is, you are not taking Chris Crick.
Well, it sounds like we're at an impasse, and I'd rather not this come to blows. How about this? We'll do this the way that we do this in the Viridian Nights. Sound fair?
What? We don't know what way is.
Best
Like we
of
don't know what
three.
research is.
Rock, paper, scissors.
That's
No.
a terrible way to decide something.
That's how
Well,
we decide everything in the Viridian Nights.
Well,
So just to
well,
play,
if
play on my
if you're willing to let this go over something as simple as that, how about money?
Money.
What would be your price?
Do you think
to
that
just
we
walk
want
away?
money? We just gave 500 gold for no reason to a bunch of these crabs, just so that they could lie and rip us off.
Was that you, or was that your organization that paid 500
It was
gold?
the organization, but it doesn't matter.
All right.
The point remains. I don't...
Oh,
Go ahead, speak, wizard.
I know that you've got very important business with Chris here, but we actually promised him that we were going to give him a ride to Cereal, and we came to pick him up, so we've got to get going now with him along. You'll just have to catch up with him some other time.
Shit.
Listen. Do you believe honestly that this is my first time dealing with this sort of thing?
Well, no.
Do you think that you can do things like that without me personally being offended? My job
Nah.
is to catch people that are running away from their debts. Do you think this is the first time I've been lied to?
No.
So you recognize that you are wrong to half-ass such a lie like that, yes?
I am not very good at
That's fine.
most things.
So, given that I'm now aware that you have no connection to this Krishkri, let me give you a word of advice, friends. We are the bottom rung of the Viridian Knights. Do you see this armband? And he reaches out his right arm to show you his armband. It's green and it has gold markings on it. An armband is the symbol of a recruit. We're not even an enlisted member yet. We don't have the tattoo. That's why we have the armband in place of the tattoo.
So nobody will miss you when you disappear.
That's saying
He's dead or
a
scum.
lot.
Now,
Well,
you fight us or you go back, say to boss you lost rock, paper, scissors.
I think you're not quite understanding what we've done here, but by the sounds of things, you're familiar with Starcrest Temple, yes?
Yes.
Have you ever been there recently?
No.
I recommend checking it out. Sorry, that's an aside. I just don't want this to end on a dour note.
Well, you can turn around and you can take it up with the authorities if you want to resolve this issue.
We and the authorities don't get along very well. So, here's the thing. I really don't want to fight you guys, especially because one of you knows what Starcrest Temple is. But if you make us, we'll fight you to the death.
You go back, you tell your boss, you lost rock, paper, scissors. Nobody dies.
You see, we're not some flippant little guys that you can lie to and then have us just walk away. Because we have a mission and we care about our mission. And also, you're not even a fifth as scary as our boss is. If you ever saw Biscuit in the flesh, you would all piss your pants and run away.
Biscuit.
Biscuit is their boss.
Do you all have names like that?
Just Biscuits, gang.
Oh.
So, how about it? Let's not throw your lives away for the sake of some person that you clearly just met.
No, we are Aether Pilgrims. We protect Mistfell.
Alright, I'll... He steps away. I will get the proper formation to start the fight. Roll initiative!
We just let him step away. Yeah, this is so funny.
Ooh.
There is no combat encounter in your currently viewed scene. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I'm not going last for once.
Big last in
Ooh,
the
I might
chat.
go first.
Yo, what if they actually can break the bridge? That would suck.
Alright,
I don't know how far we'd fall, but yeah.
the Aether Pilgrims, the Torch Bearers versus Biscuits Gang. Fight 1. Let's begin.
Alright. Waiting for the music, waiting for the music. There it is. Hold on. Is music playing, or is it just paused for
Yes,
me?
the
It
music
is
is playing.
playing.
I'll refresh after my turn. Alright, how bad does this bridge actually look?
It's not actually that bad, it's just clearly poor. I don't know how to make the bridge look bad without being like broken, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just not
Is
high
it
quality.
like ready to be damaged? Like
You could try.
if it takes.
It would be difficult.
Okay, it's difficult. Okay,
It's not something you're doing in
That's what I
6
wanted.
seconds, I don't think.
Okay,
Yeah.
Good. So I won't accidentally collapse a bridge when I do this.
Oh god.
There's paradoxically, if you want to avoid the most suffering in the world, sometimes you have to inflict great pain immediately to get them to back down. And so I cast Shatter.
You see the goblin mage immediately pumps into action and just fires a shard of magic at your incantation.
And counterspells it?
Yes.
Holy shit.
We fucked up.
They have 3rd level spells.
We fucked up. That's alright.
And I'll yell to the Kriz Crick, get out of here.
Okay.
And then that's my turn.
You could move if you want.
Yeah, I'll move. Hold on. Just refresh. I'll move in just a sec.
You said I smell. Why? What have I done to you? He just starts attacking.
Ah!
How much damage is that? That was 11 damage? Alright, I'm gonna use my Ruin, Cod Rune, to make that hit the Goblin Mage instead. Within 30 feet, right? Yeah.
What?
Yo.
How did you get that?
It's been passed down to in my tribe for many generations.
He swings his sword again.
Alright, I'll have to take that one.
Incredible. Fate has brought us together.
Is there room for me to get big here? I guess I can just go around him to the other side and then get big. Yeah, so I'm gonna use Giant's Might here.
That was brutal.
And then I'm gonna attack the Goblin Mage, ignore the smelly guy completely. I'm gonna pull out my greatsword from my bag. And use Great Weapon Master, which I got from leveling up.
Oh my god.
And hopefully not miss. Oh. That damage
You
is
do
wrong,
not do
very wrong.
506 damage.
Hold on.
Hold on.
That is a typo.
You meant to do 1d6 plus 10, and then did 1d6.
No, I
1d6
should've
10.
I have to type plus 10 maybe?
Yeah.
What do you do a 1d6 10? I don't know how you get a 6.
Oh, it's because it's combined. I didn't test the two things combined, that's why.
Oh.
So I have to do 1 plus 1. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let me toggle these off and back on, and that'll probably work. But the damage would I guess I'll just reroll it myself for this time. That's right, yeah. 24 damage?
Alright, this guy is retired, which in this case means, while not, taken out, he is visibly unwilling to continue fighting.
Okay.
If you'd
was
like
that
to
a
push
bullet?
it to be a fight to the
Nice.
death, you can.
Yo.
I don't actually have a bonus action because I got a bonus action getting big, so I think that's all I can do, actually.
Do you choose lethal or non-lethal? That will change the parameters for this fight significantly.
Non-lethal.
Okay. At this point, Frosting, having taken this huge hit, suddenly looks at Caramel and is visibly trying to retreat. On his turn, Frosting will just leave.
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else unless I action surge, which is probably not. Maybe. You know what? Fine, let's action surge. Attack the guy behind me.
Chocolate?
Yeah. Same thing. Should work properly this time. if 17 hits on that.
17 hits.
That is a big damage.
It
Yeah,
is.
you rolled a perfect 6.
I guess that's
Uh,
that's as much damage as they would have taken with the maximized shatter.
Great Weapon Master, pretty good feat.
Yeah.
When you don't roll bad, you know.
Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez.
You cannot threaten the inhabitants of Mistfell and get away with it.
I'm just gonna toss off a fireball at Chocolate.
Okay. Glances off his shield.
Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh crap. We don't have a grid.
Oh, true.
That's true. Dang it. I knew I forgot something. Oh well. It's a quick fix.
Hey, feels good.
Things make sense still. Oh.
And that is my turn.
Frosting is going to take the disengage action and just get out of here. Run, you fools! These are no ordinary guards! I can keep fighting. Frosting, you coward!
Alright. Gruel's gonna like toss back her fur cloak and reveal a bone dagger, pull it out, and try to attack our good friend here.
If you step up, you can flank with me too.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought I was already flanking because you're big.
Yeah, because you're
Sure,
big, it's fine. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
And that's a target. There you go.
Ooh.
That's a hit with sneak attack because the within 5 feet teammate, right?
Yep.
So it's an extra 1d6 damage. That's okay, 5 damage. But then, Gruel is gonna slam her staff into the ground and chant something in Druidic related to Shell Maurice, and then everyone will see sort of. Let's see what the exact flavor is for this. You see her body start to become luminous, her joints glimmer like stars, and glowing lines connect them as on a star chart. She's shedding bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. And I'm activating the Starry Form Archer, and as I activate it with a bonus action, I also get to make an attack. Where is it? Features. Starry Form Archer. And then I think 21 hits.
It does.
Okay, or wait,
it's raining damage.
when you activate this and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns while it lasts, you can make a ranged spell attack. Yep. That's 7 radiant damage on big fella here.
This guy drops.
And Gruel sort of like twirls the staff around after slamming it on the ground. That's my turn.
You see, Chocolate at this point looks like he's reaching into his armor for something. Ugh, you fucking idiot. And rolls around on the outside like parkour, runs on the side of the railing, jumps up, touches Chocolate.
Oh, he's gonna heal him! He's gonna heal him! Oh, dimension. Okay.
No, it was that Mage Slayer, so that doesn't provoke or anything, I don't think.
No, I don't have Mage Slayer. I have that one different character.
And the Viridian Knights make their escape. You hear something being shouted out at the end. Just so you know, we went really, really easy on you guys because we have limited resources.
And don't come back.
Joke's on them. I barely used any.
And so,
That
the fight ends.
we should probably hurry on. They're going to be back. They're going to be back before too long, and they're going to be back with more people too.
Big people in the chat.
Our canyon
Yeah, it's your canyon. That's
was
definitely. Sorry, what?
our canyon. I was the last
Oh.
one.
Oh, everyone else left? Or
Where'd they go and why?
We
Did they really go on boats?
we all had our reasons. Some like those to go to the cities. Others found this place hateful. There's a lot of bad memories here. I wanted to live the traditional way of life. He points towards this nest here that he's set up, which has mushrooms on it. Farming mushrooms. Catching fish. Deeper within the canyon. The cave fish. The mushrooms. They sustained us for generations. But now there is nothing.
well, there's okay, yeah, I'm not gonna lie because I'm really bad at it. It's not looking great for your whole situation here.
Yeah. You may need to leave. Locate to a different spot.
There's
I know it's not the canyon. Oh, go ahead.
Mistfell just down like a day down the road that way, and they're not welcome there.
After the war? No.
Well, okay, that's fair. Or Abersalia, which is probably not a lot better, but that's kind of the options we have for you. If you want to stick around, you can, but we're not gonna be around next time. We've got places we need to be going.
I thought I could hold up to those thugs. There's just one of them back then. The smiley guy. But
Now there's
he's
more.
much stronger than he looks. Can use.
He looks pretty strong, though.
He can.
He just kind of like disappeared. That's pretty fancy.
Can use high level magic.
Yes. The ability to cancel out the spell I was forming, much more powerful than what I can do.
Oh, geez, that's significant.
But they're nothing beneath the sword.
Well, not way more powerful than what I can do, but maybe they can do more.
Yeah, but that's still like we got lucky here. I think it's
You got lucky. Your city grows. You get stronger. I am all that is left of the Crick Canyon. My name is Yodzil. He begins climbing up. And now, this is a graveyard of a people that once were.
yeah. but at least you're alive?
Your
I'm
family
sorry.
is alive
Yes.
in a new place, in a new empire,
We will
to start a new life and a new place to live.
understand this. The Quick will persevere. We always have.
Yeah.
But I am
Well,
mourning
there you-
this.
Of course, a way of life, a time that has passed. I mourn it with you.
Good. I want you to remember this site of this empty canyon. You are from Mistfell.
Yep. We are.
This is your legacy. For everything good, know that we have suffered for it.
I will remember.
And I want
We
you
will
to
remember.
do great things to make up for what was lost.
Did he manage to light the fire? Or is there a fire on the wood? Or
He
no?
did not light it.
Okay. Gruul would go down and light it for him while he's talking.
There is no need.
Would you like to join us in our glorious search for adventure?
I will follow you for a time. These people are looking for me. They wish to do experiments on me. There was a time that I thought that I was nothing, that it did not matter what happened to me. But in this empty canyon, I remembered. I am Yodzil, Crick Man. I will go out. I will keep our traditions alive. I will keep this canyon. And when my people come back, I will welcome them.
Well, hey, there you go.
I cannot do this. Those green people, they see us as an anomaly. Do you know what they did in Starcrest Temple?
No, I was going to ask Dougal about that. What happened? What is that place?
Do I know about Starcrest Temple?
Starcrest Temple, as you know, is a temple that is dedicated to the stars, which is why it got the name. Shell Mauritian priests recently began an expedition onto it to determine what exactly it was done for and what the reason for its existence was, and they have not returned.
I mean, there was an expedition there, and they have. I mean, I assume they're still there and just haven't made it back yet because they're researching something.
We
but
were to guide the priests, chaperone. We had to show them the ways of the mountain, how to get to there.
oh no.
Priests were taught me druidic magic.
You know, the Shell Mauritian priests taught you your magic?
Yes.
Yadzol puts a claw on your shoulder. I am sorry. The leader of those Viridian Knights, they killed all of them.
Oh.
Why? Why would they do something like that?
My sister saw it. On her way back, she told me on the ship it is not safe for Crick in Hinkley anymore. Because of them. Because they wish to find the secret in the stars.
The secret. I thought they were researching some like a whole soul thing, not star stuff. That doesn't seem very
Where do
connected.
souls come from, Endio? Think. They come from moon. What is difference between moon and stars?
They're both celestial bodies.
Well,
Chris
yes,
Crick
but
have
that's...
long believed the stars have given us our souls. That is why the temple was sacred to us too, as well as the people who originally built it.
Oh, that...
But we could never enter the temple. We could only stand outside and watch.
You couldn't enter the temple? Is that like a magic thing?
The door is
or
sealed
is it a...
by magic.
Oh.
But the Shell Mauritian priests, they said they had the way inside. They knew how to open the gate. And for that they were all killed. Those Viridian. They are dangerous. They're no good. They are liars. They tell you that they are peaceful. But they would use anything to accomplish their goals.
That's... Okay. This is just all getting worse and worse. Everything is getting worse. That's wonderful.
I told you they smelled bad.
No, it is fine for you. Only, you fought to defend me. They may remember your face. And Dio, I want you to remember this. You have saved me. You cannot undo what Mistfell has done to our people, the Kriskrik. But you have a good heart. All of you. The stars smile on you.
And you.
Halfling, are you alright?
Yes, I'm okay.
He reaches inside his
stop.
shell and pulls out like a fish.
It was my snack on the road.
Gruul will grab it and just start chewing on it.
It's like this salted, it's not gross, it's just like really tough, like fish jerky basically. It's good, but it's a weird flavor, like the kind that you haven't had before. It's marinated in like this mushroom paste and then dried out. It's very fishy.
Why does fish jerky manage to make it into every campaign we run?
Does it?
Yeah.
Because, welcome to Luskalia. It's a bunch of references to other campaigns. Anyway, this Chris Crick, at this point looks up at the cart.
I will travel with you if you will allow it. To Serial. Then I will find my own way.
Of course.
Yeah,
You're more than welcome to come with us.
I will decide if I am heading north or south.
We are heading south, if that matters.
Then I will go north.
You could stick with us. Spread Chris Crick culture.
Most of us left to do that. To find our own way. To find a future. But you... how do I say it? I do not wish to endanger you by my presence. They are looking for me. I will go with you to Serial, but I cannot stay with you forever.
It is fine. Mistfell is our responsibility, and you are part of Mistfell.
Not any longer. I am Yozel the Traveler.
I think his mind is made up, guys.
This is fine. We will support you in whatever you decide.
Know this. We will meet again.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
I do not know when,
He hops on top of the ram.
but we will meet again.
I believe it. The journey of life is a long one. Takes you places you never expect. I traveled a lot while I was a hermit.
I mean, let's not get too into the goodbyes here. We're going to be together for another
Yeah.
few days.
Could share some tips with him for his travels. There's a lot of things you don't think about at first.
Achievement unlocked. Chris Crick save. 5 gamer score.
Yay! All right, now let's go back to the last checkpoint and kill him for the other achievement.
No.
All right, everyone. Let's go on a 10-minute break, and when we continue, we'll
Right.
explore the rest of the game.
Cool.
Dude, that guy had counterspell.
Yeah.
Counterspell Dimension Door.
Thank goodness.
It's the 4th session. We don't counterspell us already.
Thank goodness we.
But yeah, that would have been that would have been 72 damage. I was just gonna maximize Shatter again.
Maximize Shatter, baby.
It's gonna be good for a while, and then a few levels in, it's gonna be not as effective.
Hello.
Hello, friend.
And we return.
We're
Hat
back.
blocking is immersive. First, pop. You see that?
I didn't see nothing.
Exactly.
Bop.
I'm no longer swole. Well, I'm swole, but it's not huge.
Before we continue, back to our regularly scheduled session, we see the defeated Viridian Knights as they're just kind of walking to themselves. Frosting is just like rubbing this sword wound. Well, they are definitely a lot stronger than I expected. Hey, Chocolate, we gotta talk, man. You gotta stop going berserk and using these crystals before... Well, who am I to talk? I used by the dimension door. Biscuit doesn't have unlimited resources, and we were not given permission to use these unless in emergency. You were really going to go all out and attack that no move, but why? Chocolate turned.
I must kill all of the followers of Bryquin.
Oh, that's what that Minotaur was using? Oh man, maybe it was fate that brought us together. Either way, next time we'll have Vanille with us and maybe we'll be on even ground. Well, let's try to stack the deck in our favor if we're going to fight them again. They're pretty strong.
Yeah, sure.
Chocolate just, like, looking off into the distance. Frosting just punches him in the back.
You freaking idiot! You're supposed to protect me!
And the three of them banter as they just walk towards their secret headquarters. So, everyone, you are not heading towards their secret headquarters, as you don't know where that is.
We could try and track them, but
We can use survival. Let's track them. Let's track them to the headquarters.
No.
Get TPK'd by Biscuit because they're not strong enough yet.
Yes.
Let's fight Biscuit. Welcome back
One day.
to the Hinklia region map.
Wow, look how far we've come already from Mistfell.
Alright. On the second day of travel, you notice that our Fred Yodzil here is a surprisingly good chef. So as you're...
What's he make?
So you... Basically, he's taking the existing trail rations and everything and using them as sort of a base for a soup. It's not really anything special, but on the other hand, the way that this guy prepares everything using local herbs makes everything not bitter, but there's like this bitter tinge to it that is really, really good with the savory and overly salty nature of the food. It ends up not making it as gross to eat. Like, basically, you're consuming overly salted rations the entire way. Having something actually prepared using local fresh ingredients is heaven sent.
You need to learn how to cook.
Yeah, I'm like in swapping, I guess, trade secrets here. After this first meal, he cooks us. I still share what I know about starting long journeys, and in return, the only thing I ask him about is like, oh, what herbs here are good on food, or what else can I use to cook stuff, or what else adds flavor to dishes, because for 50 years, everything I had was just bland.
Wow, look at Mr. Golden Fork over here.
I'll eat anything.
Yeah, it's good. Can't say it's not.
It's not good. It's just like better than eating rations, basically.
I mean, yes, but in that situation,
Zephyr,
you're
it's
still
like
going to call
amazing.
it good.
Mhm.
Because it's like the same style food, or it's like the same base food that I eat a lot of, but it's just that smallest improvement is just so much more to it.
Your rations are
I
salty.
wasted.
That's why they make for good soup.
Oh,
On the third day,
so that's how that works.
you make it to Aversalia. Basically, like, you don't really have salt, but you have, like, overly salted rations, so it's like, hey, free salt. On day 3, you return back to Aversalia. Do you wish to speak to anyone there, or discuss anything, or are you just passing through?
I think we're just gonna, like, buy some stuff.
What are you buying?
What are
Some
you
healers
selling?
kits.
Oh, I see.
I was gonna buy 3 more healers kits.
Did they decide on a new mayor?
Isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I mean, that was the obvious person, but they might have voted for somebody else. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know that they'd necessarily have gotten that figured out
Yeah,
yet.
it's nowhere near enough time for them to figure that out.
Just curious.
When you go to Aversalia, there's still like this celebratory aspect of just, hooray, we're not being attacked by manticores anymore. And also, the town's budget is notably a lot better, just as they're no longer spending all this money on this absolutely pointless construction project. So there's a sense overall of like, I'm glad we're done with this, but there's also just now the realization of like what they went through is starting to set into the town. It's a bittersweet feeling in Aversalia. A bittersweet feeling.
It's a sign of growth. It's a sign of change.
It is. As you go through the town, people nearby stop and they're like, hey, it's you guys. What's this Chris Crick doing with you?
He's hanging out, traveling with us, you know.
A new companion. Temporary one, but still one.
Where is Starcrest Temple located relative to us?
This is
Oh, it's
Starcrest.
way over there, I see.
Yes.
Yeah. We can't get in anyways, so.
It might not. We have things to do anyways. It might not be time to go to Starcrest. Starbreast.
Starbreast does not mean what you think it does. But anyway. The next day, you come to the entrance of Cereal Mine. As you approach the mine, you can see that the thing is closed off and there's just like a bunch of workers outside. They've set up a temporary camp. You see a bunch of like small buildings and tents. They're just kind of waiting outside. If you'd like, you can visit them, but they're off in the distance. It would be a sidetrack, a diversion. It's up to you.
I think we said our goodbyes last time.
Well, why are they all sitting outside?
You've actually never been to Cereal Mine before. Not been this far.
Oh, okay. I want to go check it out. It's a mine. You always
It's a
check out the
hole in
mines.
the ground.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Who knows what's in it? I
Let's
mean,
go.
you understand
Rock
my
and-
primal desire.
Some kind of mineral, I assume.
Zephyr says if there's one thing I've learned in my solitude. It's that there's always cool stuff in a hole in the ground.
Technically true.
Well, by the looks of it, everyone's outside. Nothing's inside.
We're doing the first
Oh,
fighters.
maybe something cool is inside that is causing them to be outside. Let's go talk to them.
They don't live in the mine.
Well, they work in the mine.
Yeah, you
Some
work
people
in it.
live in mines.
Make sure to type /OOC so that...
Sorry.
Wow, that like popped up on screen and everything. Oh, this one talking, I see.
Matt, I had the same reaction. It's like,
Wow,
was
that's a cool way to
cool.
announce
Yeah.
voting.
I was like, it's just because it had the tildes. The tildes worked. It made it look like an official announcement. Oh, come on, hats. Cool stuff in the ground.
I mean, there might also just be nothing. How far away is it?
It's not, like, sufficiently far that it would, like, severely delay you. But it is also, if you choose to go this route, above board, it could lead into a completely different part of the story. So, it's a side quest. It's optional. It's up to you.
Do I have a sense of dread?
It's a mine. If you vote to pass on the mine, it will go to a roll-off. If you vote to visit the mine, you will visit the mine.
I want it to be a roll-off.
Alright, Hats versus Blix, as you guys are the champions of your causes.
Alright, rolling a d20.
D20, higher one wins.
I'm happy with either result.
Oh, that's good.
Oh. No! We stick to the original plan.
Rip.
Alright.
We can ask about the mine and cereal, and if there's anything weird, maybe we can double back.
Alright. We'll continue on our journey.
We have a job to do.
As you go through,
Yes, in our own time.
you pass through the mine in safety and peace. And along the way, you come to these beautiful farmlands. They're growing large cabbages. The largest cabbages you've ever seen in your life, in fact. I don't know what size of cabbages you've seen, but I can tell you as the DM, these ones are larger. Anyway, there are a few people out in the fields, a few bugbears, mostly orcs, of course. You also see an occasional cell or human working this, but primarily the Claiborne races. And traveling through...
Now that I think about it, all three of the Viridian Knights were Claiborne, weren't they?
They were.
Goblin, Orc,
Bugbear.
Bugbear? Yeah.
When you go through...
Maybe they came from Syria.
When you go through here, you can see, like, there's just a lot of small fields, and they tend to be growing these large cabbages.
Those are some big cabbages.
There's also a number of armed guards out in the fields that are just watching over the farmers to make sure they're fine. As this is pretty close to Cereal, the outskirts are being protected. For the most part, the guards are just kind of like sitting back under the shade of some trees, like reading books. And then you think, wow, these are some pretty rich guards. They have actual books. Finally, if you continue forward without pressing on or asking any of the farmers, you would come to the town of Cereal.
Well, I guess we could have asked them about mine. Everything was going on.
I pictured it, we just observing it as our wagon was going into the town. Like, they're off in their fields, but the cabbages are so large we can still see them.
Yeah, exactly. When you get to the town of Cereal, there's not really like a gate per se, like it's not a walled city like Abrasalia is, However, the town is very clearly, like, it has almost a wall of where the buildings begin and the field end. And this functions effectively as a wall, as there are people on the roofs of the outermost buildings that have crossbows just aimed out. There is a weird sense of, like, why do they have crossbows out that you immediately feel as you come to the town. Finally, you're approached by what appears to be a human guard. Hello. Stop right there.
Oh,
Thank you.
Of course.
yep.
We're torchbearers for Mistfell.
Torchbearers. Likely story. Let me look at what you've got. Hold on.
We've got a giant crystal on top of our cart. We are torchbearers.
There's a Chris Crick there. There's a Chris Crick. There is a large crystal. Do you mind if I look inside?
Go
Of
ahead.
course
Sure.
not.
Goes in. Do you mind if I open some of the boxes that you have? The treasure chests.
Sure.
Sure.
Is there
I
anything
think
you're
our
particularly looking
rations
for?
and some healer's kits are in there.
Lot of Chris crystals. I suppose that makes
There's also
sense.
the Manticore.
Yes.
Oh, yes, those.
I see this, and you have a strange skull for some reason. Well, this is fine. You are allowed in.
Yes.
They hop off the cart.
Could I ask what you were looking for?
I suppose.
It just seems...
I suppose I can tell you. Do you know what the bargeway is?
No, I don't believe I've ever heard that.
A what?
If you have nature, anyone can roll.
Hey,
Ooh, maybe I have heard of that. I probably don't know the name for it if I roll well here. Hold on. Okay,
Barge
go
weighs
into
about 100 pounds.
Pretty good.
It's a light barge.
Ooh.
No, you were correct. You did not know.
Yeah, never heard of them.
That is fun. Most have not heard of a bargeway. You
does
are not...
Gruul know anything?
Gruul, you think for a second. You've not heard the name, but as they continue, you get a picture bigger and bigger in your head. So you're like, oh, it's one of these things.
Wow.
They are a type of crab that exists in the mine. They are like a hermit crab, but much, much larger, and they reside within rocks, which they eat the inside of, and then hollow out and use as shells.
Wow, that's
Fascinating. Is that a problem for the mine?
For the most part, no. They are in accordance with the mine. Yes, they do take some of the minerals and the cereal that we get from the mine, but...
It's just that we passed the mine
The
on
minerals
the
and
way
the
here.
what you get from the
The
mine?
cereal, the town's namesake. It is a delicious rock that we shave up and put in a bowl with milk.
You-
That's
And they're
interesting.
I thought that was something people made up. Like, I thought that was just a story about the
Yes,
town.
imitation cereal is made all the time with grain, but the real cereal only comes from cereal mine. Problem is, these crabs are eusocial. Do you know what eusocial mean? It's a big word.
Yes, I do know.
Rule
In real
As
life.
soon as you hear this, like, you immediately figure out what's going on. These crabs are eusocial. The crabs follow, like, a leader crab. The leader crab directs the crabs where to go and helps essentially deal with problems, as crabs will, like, fight over shells otherwise. So they all day in to listen to the largest crab, who is the leader, and then they all do what the crab does and help build tunnels for them. That's what the bargeways do.
I'm the big crab that makes all of the rules.
Yeah. Now here's the problem. When these crabs, they're supposed to normally just go about their day, build their tunnels, have a great old time. But when a crab king has a baby which is another crab king, a crab prince. This begins a sort of secession war that usually ends with the bargeways splitting up. Which is natural. Otherwise, they would grow too big and they would not be able to sustain themselves. The problem is, someone has kidnapped the prince.
So there's more crabs and they're bigger than they should be?
That is correct. And what's more is they can no longer protect themselves.
The crabs or the miners?
The crabs. The crabs used to split apart when the herd was too big. But with no one splitting apart, you'll see how this is a problem.
Kind of?
Yes, they never split up, so the group gets too large.
They get too large,
crowd up,
they start fighting over resources.
Chaos.
They
Makes sense.
are now attacking indiscriminately in some parts of the mine.
We're going to deal with this, aren't we?
I don't think it's up to us. Surely they have people that they can call in to fix it.
We just need to find the
Oh.
prince and return the prince to the mine. That's all we have to do.
Why would someone steal a crab?
Because if you train a crab prince, then you have a crab army. I don't know if you understand how large these creatures are.
They're big.
Like, person size?
Gruul, the smallest of them are roughly person-sized. The largest of them can grow to be huge-sized.
Oof. Huge sized. Isn't that like 15, 16
Yes.
feet? Oh my goodness.
They use boulders.
I'd imagine they're not sentient, are they?
No,
Or sapient?
they're not.
Okay, yes.
It is not your problem. You do not have the prince, you may travel inside.
We help as Mistfell, as Aether Pilgrims.
You can help if you want. I don't know how you can help, but if you can find the crab, then yes, do so.
If we hear anything, we'll alert you.
You don't suppose the Viridian Knights would have anything to do with it, would
The
you?
Viridian
They're
Knights.
very interested in the crits.
You know about them?
No, what are you talking about?
Okay, it's just some people we ran into a few days ago.
Bandits attacking Mistfell.
Bandits.
Nothing to worry.
They called themselves mercenaries,
Paramilitary forces.
but they were doing weird stuff around trying to investigate creating sentient life or something.
Yeah.
So it kind of sounds up their alley to mess with a prince that could make themselves an army of some kind.
I could see the logic there, but it seems... Well, actually... No. I think... I was just going to say, well, maybe they couldn't get this crab, so they got the other crab.
No, they were very specifically interested in Chris Crick, not because of
Yes.
crab, because they're sentient. So I don't
Yes.
think it's
And I will go my own direction. Thank you all for this time. We'll head to Festivil now.
okay. Stay safe.
Goodbye, Yadzil.
Do you
I will
need
remember
gold?
you. Oh, yes, please take some gold. This is one of the tips. I'll give him 5 gold. No,
Okay.
10
Hands
gold.
the gold back to you.
I will make my own way.
You need
I can respect that.
crystal?
I will be fine. I am only heading to Festivil. There I will...
All right.
I don't know what I'll do. I'll think of something.
All right.
You'll figure it out, probably.
You need short sword or a dagger?
hops off the cart, waves his claw arm towards you, doesn't look back.
Rip.
He's an independent Kriskit. He doesn't need no man.
He's going off on his own journey.
Chris Crick always do things like that. I've seen so many of them pass by.
The human just kind of looks wistfully.
You've seen a
We'll
lot
find his
go by
path.
recently?
Recently, no. I've worked here for 14 years.
How long ago was the war?
The famous Chris Crick goodbye.
Wave the claw hand and turn around. Reject all gifts and move on. It's the Chris Crick.
Chris Crick love independence. They want to prove themselves. They want to find their place in the world. I support them entirely in this endeavor. You know,
He's a noble one.
I didn't always want to be a guard myself, but I want to protect this town that took me in. It's an honest living.
I can understand that sentiment as well.
We will be in town for at least a day for torch purposes. Is there anything we can help with?
It'll
Other
be
than a week.
it'll be more than a day. We'll be here a little while.
Sorry, I meant to say at least a week.
It is fine. We're just looking for the outcome. We can deal with the crab herd some other way.
Understand, you are Cerealian. We Mistfelian, but we all Hinklian. If you need help, let us know.
Praise to the Wrath Queen.
The Wrath Queen?
Rat, I think.
Rat.
Our queen, yes.
Slay Rat Queen. That's a common saying.
All right. Everyone, if you'd like to investigate what's happened here in Serial, you may certainly try. This would use the investigation skill.
I'm down. If everyone else
Investigating specifically in regards to the crab prints.
That's correct. Or the bars.
How do you spell Bargeway, by the way?
Good question. Bargeway.
Hey, I
Okay.
got it actually when I wrote it down.
I got the last letter wrong. I did AY.
All right. Dougal will, after I assume getting the ritual started, because it's not like a thing he has to be working on the whole time. It's a checking in on and keeping things rolling every so often. Will, in his remaining time, poke around and try and ask Crab questions.
Investigation 1 of 3. I will not tell you what the overall DC is, but we'll be adding these together. Someone else, if you'd like to roll to investigate during the week.
I could give a guidance. Sorry, I was gonna say.
I think-
I could have gave a guidance. I guess it's too
Guidance
late now.
does not apply in this. It's not like a single
Yeah.
description. Like, think of guidance basically. You
Yeah.
cast a spell, and the next action someone does, they are being guided.
Yeah, it makes.
Investigating over the course of several hours does not a guidance work.
Yeah. And it only lasts for a
Yeah.
minute. So
I guess like investigating like a room, for example, you could use it on.
Can I use charisma for this investigation?
You can. I will allow investigation charisma.
Because
Hey.
oh, great.
We have to be proficient in investigation to do it, right?
You do not have to be a proficient in investigation to do it. I would recommend it. But if you don't have it, then you don't really have a
no.
choice.
Can we do
I have
investigation wisdom? No, just kidding.
Decent charisma. I have decent charisma. Okay,
Well-
if Oven rolled,
Okay.
Okay, I'm glad you rolled. 48. Oh, it was 50, I bet.
I guess investigation charisma is like asking
All right.
people and stuff, right? Like talking to them, right?
Now, for the final roll, Blix, if you'd like to, you can do it. Otherwise, you can pass it off
Ooh.
to someone else to finish this roll off.
Oh, no, I'll roll.
All right. Everyone's rolling.
Uh,
You got this, Blix. I believe in you. You got this.
checks.
Master Chief 007, you got this.
Hell yeah. Man, I was such a badass for coming up with that name. Sorry, I have to bring
two
up.
very different things.
Oh, this should be +2.
That
17.
will be a wild success here.
Ooh, you rolled really good, actually.
The rolls were good. Dougal has a good bonus. Everyone else rolled really well. As you are looking around and asking about the prince throughout the town of Serial, first of all, the town of Serial is nicer than Mistfell in like a very real way, just because it's sort of in between Winching, Mistfell, and Festifil. Festifil being one of the largest cities in the entire world.
It is huge. Look how many hexes it takes.
Yeah. On the other hand, Serial is just sort of in this perfect middle ground where it's connecting Shelling, Mistfell, Winching, like all these major cities in Hincklea. So Serial is sort of like the point before Festifil. It's very centrally located, and most importantly, it has a huge agricultural presence. Food production is big, and there's an incredible food culture in Serial, as you can imagine from a city named after food. Food carts are everywhere, and people are preparing different types of cereal, but also different regional dishes. Like you can see there's noodle food carts that are out everywhere. It is a town for gourmets, and it is a really bustling town as well. You're seeing like a lot of things that you wouldn't see anywhere else in the world, including things like half darkspawn and just rare things in Luskalia in general. As you're asking around about this, there's like an overall sense of weariness from the town, as everyone is aware, like, this is messing up the mine. They don't want to send in, like, armed adventurers to deal with the crabs, because that, first of all, that would cost a lot. Secondly, that would be dangerous. And third, they don't really want to kill the crabs either. The crabs do protect the mine from outside predators.
They want the crabs to kill each other.
And they probably process, I mean, they're eating tunnels, basically.
They're probably part of the ecosystem.
Exactly. They're a major part of the ecosystem.
They probably contribute.
They fight off other monsters. Like, why would they want to, like, send people to cull the crabs if they can just have the crabs migrate naturally? But alas, there's a sense of wariness because everyone in the town is aware of this issue, and they've heard it a million, billion, trillion times before. The guards are going around asking everyone. But the difference is, whereas the guards were asking people that would know, you don't know who would know. You're just asking whoever.
Mm-hmm.
And you're investigating places that nobody in their right mind would investigate, because why would the owner of this bookstore know? You recall, as you were on your way, that the guards were reading books, which is a bit unusual. The bookstore is doing exceptionally well for some reason. And as you ask the owner of this bookstore, by the end of it, I think, let's say because Oven is doing charisma, as you're all looking around, you're like, okay, where didn't we check? You send Oven at the very end to talk to this bookstore. And inside the bookstore, you can see a very frumpish-looking goblin woman with huge glasses, and she's, like, reading a book inside. As soon as the door opens, "Eep! Can I help you? Sorry. I'm not expecting people by this early."
So who's the one that's there?
The owner of the bookstore.
No, which one of us?
Oven would
is the one
be,
that-
I think Oven would be, like, with charisma investigation, would be the one to open the door. But you can all be there, of course.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We're looking for information.
And
Bookstore seems like a place that have good information.
if, yes, we do sell books, but, it's a bit expensive. Lately we've been selling very well.
What kind of books are you selling that are popular right now?
Well, we're selling all kinds of books. What are you interested in? We have stories of heroes, we have historical,
You look like you want to enjoy a story of a hero.
I would like books on ruins, if all
On
possible.
ruins,
Or giants.
on giants. I do have a book on giants, yes. I could sell it. It is expensive, though. It is 75 gold, but, that's how much a book costs.
What kind of hero books are popular?
Oh, books on Felicia Feltworn, our dear queen.
What
How
about
are they
any
affording
books
these
on?
books?
What about books on local, the local ecosystem? Anything relevant to the situation with the crabs at the mine?
The local eco. We don't sell books like that. I'm afraid.
You don't? It
No, we don't have.
seems like something people would record.
Well, we don't.
Especially
we
local.
don't have books about that.
Can I roll insight?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to roll insight on this.
We may pog or may
Go
not.
I want to peek at the giant book.
Oof! I can throw
Am I doing something wrong in that I have to go to
You have to click. So go to
actors directory, Zephyr, and then to my
Yeah, because
skill?
their token isn't on this screen. So.
Okay.
I would recommend just not closing the character sheet. It's my
Okay.
Yeah, you can pop it
Ooh,
out.
nat 20!
That's true. You could pop it out.
Yeah, Zephyr, she is like unusually squirrely, like way too squirrely. Especially when you bring this up, she goes from like, I'm a bookseller, wow, look at how successful I am, to no, don't ask about that, ask anything else.
It just, is it that someone else bought them?
No.
In hopes?
No, we have not.
You've not.
We have not.
What?
No.
She's like, she doesn't know what to say. Just
Oh.
stammering.
Dougal is just gonna,
Yes.
instead of engaging in conversation, is just gonna like poke around at the books they do have to see like, is this the kind of place that would have crab books?
Nice.
Oh,
This poor, or maybe not poor, maybe evil, dastardly bookstore owner just can't hide anything.
As you're looking through, you see there's a shelf that has been relabeled. You can tell it's been relabeled because the label is visibly nicer than all the other labels. And this label is, coincidentally, wizard books. You're like, oh, nice, wizard books.
Ooh.
And you notice there's a lot of wizard books. And then you also notice that there is a book on local cereal recipes that's been placed here. And you realize that this section wasn't supposed to be wizard books. It used to be something else, and it's just only recently changed.
What did this? Sorry, I'm a wizard and was like, wizard books. Why are there so many books here that aren't wizard books in the wizard section? Did you do some rearranging recently?
Yes, we got a lot of books about wizards. Yes.
Yeah, but a bunch of these books aren't wizard books. You don't have enough wizard books for a full section.
No, we have a lot. It's a lot of books. Can I see this?
She takes the book out of your hand and then just immediately puts it under.
We have to move that to a different section. It's not supposed to be there.
What is different section?
Well, actually, I am interested in learning cooking. Now that I cook for other people other than myself, I see that happens to be a cookbook. A local cookbook, actually, which would be very useful. I might actually be interested in purchasing that.
Hang on, I have to ask my brother.
May I see the book while you talk to him?
No, my brother's not in. We'll have to close. We're closing.
But
You just opened.
isn't the book there to be sold?
I
That
have
seems
to
like
talk to my brother.
Wait, you have book in Sylvan? Any book in Sylvan?
How much for the book?
Lady, we are torchbearers from Mistfell. We know what we're talking about. We know what we're doing. Stop the charade, please.
Make an intimidation check with advantage, Oven.
Ooh.
Come on.
We
Third
got
nat
advantage
20
because she been got. We figured out everything. She been got.
Intimidation?
comes another natural 20.
Yo, that'd be wild if we got 3 now.
Double 12s.
Double 20s and double
16.
12.
16's enough. She, as you like look at her and you say this, she realizes like you guys are pressing up, all of you at the same time, on the thing she doesn't want to talk about.
Why? Can you leave, please?
Is something wrong? Is someone threatening you?
I have a deal, with somebody, and they gave me lots of books, and they bought lots of books to give away as free samples. And part of the deal is I have to get rid of some of the books, and that's all I can say. Can we leave now? Please? Please?
Why would someone do such a thing?
In exchange for books.
For
We
boss?
sell books, but we don't sell... I said too much. Please leave. I'm in so much trouble.
I think
It would be a shame if we had to report this to the authorities.
I think we may have
Wait,
to.
wait.
This is clearly a front.
Wait,
Is it-
you are not with authorities?
No,
No.
we're from Mistfell.
Well,
We're-
we're kind of with authorities, not with local ones or ones that have anything to do with this.
We're not narcs.
If you don't tell, I can tell you where it is. Just don't let them know that I made this deal.
Of course.
Then you can report this, and you get it. And I throw in this book.
Anonymous.
I throw in
And she takes the cookbook and she takes the Book of Giants and just throws it for
free. How's
Okay. Yeah. Where is it?
the people of Larrington wanted me to ship something, no questions asked, as if I'm delivering a shipment of books.
Larrington? That's
A big shipment? Was it a big package? How big is the prince again?
The prince is young, so it wouldn't be that large,
Okay.
but would definitely be
Okay.
large in the context of books.
Big shipment. Okay.
Like human-sized.
She's nodding again.
I think I know what it is, but at this point I've already helped them.
We can report this anonymously. We can.
we can.
You did
Oh, jeez.
did nothing wrong. Just books to Larrington. It is okay.
It'll find its way back to me. You cannot say.
Okay, will not report.
Do not report. Bring the prince back, and just say you found it.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear you say that. But as long as it gets returned and nobody else gets hurt, it's fine.
Yeah, you sell book you did not know. It's okay.
She just nods.
Like, actually, she just sold books. She doesn't know how to character. I don't think
She didn't know
knew
until like after like the prince goes missing and then goes, oh shit, what, wait, this is what I agreed to?
Do you happen to have any information on the people from Larrington in the deal?
No, they all sort of look the same.
They're. Like, I'm just gonna do a quick history roll, but.
Do you have a date that this happened?
They're another wizard school, and they're weird. It's like, I know people call Mistfell Polymagic weird, or Festival Academy of Magic weird, but those are both wizard schools in the middle of a town, so you get they're actually more normal than people think, and Larrington is just kind of way out there with just the school, and they're wizard weird, and I mean I wouldn't have guessed that they're the ones behind this, but hearing that they are is also not the most surprising. Oh,
What would
jeez.
weird wizards want with an army of crabs?
I don't know, to conquer Balswery or something. I don't know what Larrington's doing. Could just be research.
Well, it's on our way, almost.
Well, I might be reaching here, but Carmel, which is how I and Zephyr says caramel, it's Carmel, said they work for a doctor, typically denoting higher education. Maybe
Professor
a wizard?
Selcrow.
No, professor.
I think he was a Mistfell person, but I don't remember. He has not been there while I have been there, at least that I know of.
I don't know. I feel like I'm too quick to draw conclusions.
We don't have a connecting piece yet.
Yes. Oh, we should probably report this.
Well,
No. Please do not report.
I forgot.
We do not report, but we follow lead.
I mean, we
Yes,
can say that we believe it was taken south.
But then they're going to ask us where we got that
You have
information.
to find and return, and not say where. Or, oh, by the 6, what have I done?
It's okay.
We may need to report this. It seems like a serious issue.
No, we handle it ourselves. Why report? We find crab prints.
Yeah, we're perfectly capable of doing this. And plus, we want Mistfell to be as famous as possible, so if we resolve it, better for us, right?
I kind of look at this woman and making this freaking out over this thing, and I give in. I'm like, we can try to keep it under wraps. We'll see what we can do.
All right.
I guess if we don't come back within a week, it'll be up to you.
And if we aren't able to succeed, we will have to report this. It may have to come to diplomatic means between Cyril and Larrington.
We should report that. Just report we know about Crab and Larrington. We should not tell them person sold books.
We'll try. Yes, we'll leave your name out of it. But yeah, if we can go pick up other leads, not knowing what we know, we'd be able to leave her out of it.
Guards may not recognize honest mistake.
Yeah. Well, we were heading south anyways.
Yeah.
Maybe we should depart sooner.
Pog, do we have our boons yet? Do we have them? The one mine is speak with animals.
You would have these.
I can talk to Crabs and Serial Mine if we need more information.
Quite out of the way.
We have week.
It would. Well, the shipment was sent out already. It's probably on its way. We should look for leads. Maybe people along the path would recognize a large shipment.
I agree. We don't know what they're doing to Crab Prince. If they kill Crab Prince, then mine will always be bad. Let's go.
All right. So
Because
How long did it take us to investigate this?
If the crab prince
Was
dies,
this during the long week?
This is
or-
during the week, so I'll give you 2 choices, and you can select which one you like. Okay. Number 1, you can stop attuning and head to Larrington right away. This will give you priority, essentially. You'll be getting to Larrington on time. You'll be following, like, basically immediately after. Not, like, right after, because keep in mind, they had the books on the way out. She sold these books to the guards, right?
Mhm.
So,
yeah.
but you can do that and get some extra time, or you can finish attuning to the install and head out afterwards, at which point you will not have priority. They will have had enough time to do whatever they want there.
That sounds like we need to go now.
Yeah. We can come back.
Yeah, I don't necessarily need a long rest. So.
Yeah, but when we are back, we're going to have to. I don't want to interrupt the ritual a second time.
That's fine. I doubt there will be a
we could
second
split the party.
emergency. Yes.
Half of us finish the tuning, the other half go. Nothing possibly could go wrong there.
Well, besides the many things that could go wrong, I think Dougal is the important person for doing the attunement, but he's also probably an important person for going to weird wizard place.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right.
All right, let's just book it. Let's leave.
In that case, then, let's have a shorter session as we are now in the Larrington Prince arc. As we end this session here, we see the town of Larrington. In Larrington, everybody there is wearing the same uniform. They have all shaved their heads. They are all wearing the same, not tattoos, but a sort of full body paint that's designed to bring out their arcane nature. Their robes are black, and they walk around the streets with perfect uniformity. We see a group of people from outside Larrington as they are just investigating through the town. They are given strange looks everywhere they go, treated with not hostility, but not openness, and definitely not neutrality. A strange outing, like you don't belong here. Nonetheless, they continue to walk around, ask questions, and reside within the city of Larrington. As they return to their hotel room, where they are to meet with their leader, we see an umbrella perched in the side of the room. And that's where we'll end our session.
Umbrella.
There will be
Did that just...
another break, everyone. As we will be making an
Yay.
appearance in a convention. And by we, I mean some of us.
And by some of us, it's specifically me.
Just one of us.
I'm also going to be there. Unrelated.
Nice. Afterwards, we'll be back to our regularly scheduled Aether Pilgrims.
Yes.
But this time we will begin the Larrington arc.
Did that jester have an umbrella?
I think so.
The jester? Good question. All my notes in the jester and inn. Gruel felt a primal fear when sighting them. A general for the Hinkleaner, we don't know that they're a general in character. Came from the south, stopped in Tutheria for a bit, went around to check the crystal, is now going to the Starcrest Temple.
So,
they're going to the Starcrest Temple, so I don't think it's...
what are we going to call this one?
Bullying the bullies.
The Crab Prince.
There were 2 different crab things, so it's got to be a crab pun.
What about crab cake?
Crab cake.
Yeah.
Wine
Yeah, I
crab
mean,
cake.
fits
Crab cake's
fits
good
crab plus like the dessert theme of the
Cereal.
Viridian Knights.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out
yeah,
how to
the-
make crab
Ah.
biscuit work, but the ones at Red Lobster are specifically cheddar biscuit.
Cheddar biscuits.
Chocolate crab cake. There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
That sounds disgusting. I would never eat that.
That does sound disgusting.
what is this crab
do
cake? Not
crab
like a
cake.
sweet food? I
Does
guess
anyone
not,
have
right?
anything they'd like to
No,
shout out?
it's very much savory.
I'm gonna shout out the continuous explosion of Twitter.
Oh, yes.
If
Thank
you
you.
put me in that position and told me to deliberately tank the company, I would not be able to do it this well.
Man, I'm so happy about that.
It's so funny that it accidentally took down pharma companies.
Well, I think that was only semi-related. They had other reasons for that.
Yeah. It's coming out
Yeah.
that there were other reasons, but yeah, it didn't help.
There's a lot of companies getting mad regardless
It's
of whether that
just
particular story is completely true.
even if you can't accredit all $18 billion to it, it's now associated with it.
Yes.
There's the perception that anyone can do that now.
Well, either way, great session, everyone, even though it was a bit of a smaller one. We'll see you next time. And now
Man, I got counterspelled.
now the plot is starting to thicken.
It's session what, 5, 6? And
Session
I already
4.
got counterspelled? 4?
Remember when they said they were holding back?
They were holding
Yeah.
back.
They were holding back their health, apparently.
All right, see you next time.
All right, see ya.
See you then.
Have a good one, everyone.